Gotta get.
I immediately bumped the camera.
Gotta get that.
Yeah, we've reframed.
I'm recording.
Alright. I'm not watching Melee.
Don't worry. We're not starting yet.
Melee's off.
You can watch Melee
It
for
would become funny if you're just watching it the whole time.
And acid.
Yeah, anti-acid. And then heartburn.
And acid and Uncle Heartburn.
Yeah.
And acid and Uncle Bass.
Yeah.
Basic?
No.
Oh no, those headphones. Oh my.
Hmm?
Those headphones are so stylish.
You should. Oh man,
I just
yeah.
love the look.
I think they would look fantastic on you. Truthfully.
You think? Go to Twitch
I
TV
think so.
/BoneHeadsProductions. You can see me wearing them every day? Pretty much.
Pretty much. Tell us what you really think.
Almost every other
That's
day.
insane.
I can hear Noah now.
Yeah, look at that. We've got it all. It's funny because we can have a conversation with him,
Yeah.
and no one else in the house can hear him. It would be like
Honestly.
we're talking to no one, talking to a ghost,
Talking to absolutely nobody.
talking to a goddamn ghost.
I'm pulling the Andrew tape.
What is that?
The stream. This is just how I'm presenting the stream.
Oh yeah,
I look
You're,
shouldn't I look like him?
but I've
Your
been
suit
saying like that the whole
jacket's-
time. What are you trying to say?
No.
Your suit jacket needs to be like way too small.
I've literally been sitting in that exact.
smaller suit jackets.
Yeah, that's true.
I look more like Talking Heads.
What's his name?
Yeah.
From the Talking Heads.
Home.
David Byrne.
David Byrne.
Where I want
See?
to be,
This is why we need Noah. This is why we
There
have.
you go.
This is why we have another guest.
Yeah, honestly.
So
Information
He tells us about
dump.
David Byrne.
He's vital.
I got
Talking
Wikipedia right here. I'll go like middle of the podcast. I can pull up Wiki.
Holy shit! He's our Jamie.
Holy shit.
I'm your Jamie.
Noah, pull that up. Pull that up.
You're like
No, pull that up.
Wait,
Jarvis
dude.
and Alfred put together and Jamie.
You could screen share on Discord too.
That's true.
You could be like, pull that up, and you can pull it up, and it'll be
Yeah.
on the.
Yeah.
Wow! Think of the technology.
Okay, next stream we think about that.
Next,
That'd be
that's
really
next
good.
year. Yeah, that's a
Figure
future.
that out.
That's a future endeavor for sure.
Welcome to Monday Mornings with Murray. Guest starring Noah.
What?
That was just saying.
That's not my
Don't
last
say his
name.
No, if you went to a French-speaking school, kids would make fun of you and they'd call you Noah.
Damn, we
Yeah,
can't use
I've gotten
this.
that one.
You can use this.
Noah said, "Don't use his name."
No last name.
Noah said, "Don't
This
say
is-
his name."
Really?
It's
Okay, just
exactly what he
bleep it.
said.
Bleep it in post.
Yeah.
Bleep it in post.
Yeah. Well, leave the Sarah or me. Leave the bit in where I say that's not close enough.
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, next
I
name
don't
for
know.
later.
I don't know.
Ignore what Noah's saying. Do it anyway.
Ignore what Dan's
Yeah.
saying. Ignore what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Ignore what everyone is saying.
Yeah. But
Just leave this out.
okay, let's start again. Welcome to
I'm
Monday
sorry.
Mornings with Murray, our Monday morning podcast where we break barriers and bring on experts. Today our expert is Redacted.
No balls.
No balls.
No balls.
No balls.
Yep.
Also known as
Of
Redacted.
Discord
No name.
fame.
Of Discord
No
fame.
balls.
Of our stream fame.
Our
Check us out
Talking
on
Heads.
Twitch.tv, Boneheads Productions.
He's our Talking Heads expert.
He is our
today.
Talking Heads expert. He knows the most about David Byrne.
Yep. I couldn't tell you any of their other names, but yeah.
Yep, not a single one. I don't even think
I
they're
don't
real.
think they matter.
They're like 21 Pilots where they're not real artists.
His name's
Yeah.
Blurryface, and he doesn't care what you think,
Yeah.
or
Oh no. Panic at the Disco.
You go to 21 Pilots, there's only
Oh.
like 4 people on the stage.
Which one's Brendan Urie?
that's Panic.
Yeah, Panic at the Disco.
Look at this.
There you go. My
Yeah.
first fact. I
Our
got you.
expert.
There we go.
This is why. Yeah, we have the expert. That's good stuff.
You bet.
Have you guys ever heard of Spider Sonas?
Oh yeah.
Yes. I don't know. I figure it's kind of like, I don't know. I know enough about it to where I think I could just say it's a persona, but you're a spider person.
Yeah.
It's basically like people fantasizing that they're not that they're Peter Parker essentially, but that they've undergone the same thing. They've become a spider person. Yeah.
So they're like a Spider-Verse type character.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Okay.
They
like
are.
they could be in a wheelchair.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's like a
They're
fursona.
Spider-Man. It's exactly
Okay.
like a fursona, but a spider. Sorta. Now I've been
Okay.
thinking about this because I've been thinking about getting a Spider-Man mask to wear on stream, but I wouldn't want to like make it like a different color. You know what I mean? Like I feel like I'm like some people just like anthropomorphic characters, but they're not like a furry. but I want my own Spider-Man mask. So I'm like, I feel as if I'm adjacent to a Spider-Sona person, but I deeply don't really respect the art form because I feel like those people lack a certain amount of critical thinking about the whole idea of a story where you relate to the character, but you don't have to be the character. They're literally being like, I'm rewriting the whole story so that I'm Spider-Man. But it's like,
okay,
you can't just I just like Spider-Man, but I do want to wear the mask.
Yeah.
Dan, consider this. What if you had your Spider-Sona and you just weren't wearing a suit at all? You showed up and you're like, hey, I'm Spider-Man, and everyone's like, no, you're not. And I'm like, but I'm just not in the suit right now.
But if I did that, I would be like, hey, I'm
Peter
Peter
Parker.
Parker.
But that seems like even more. That seems like an even further Spider-Sona.
That's just cosplaying.
But that's not even cosplay because you're just normal.
Yeah. Okay. What is this? What is this at the end of the day? Are we just cosplaying? Like,
well, that's the thing. If I were to stream wearing a Spider-Man mask, I would just be more cosplaying Spider-Man than anything. The thing is, I have my own idea of what I want the mask to look like. I found the person making the masks. I've plotted what I would like it to look like. You know what I mean? It's like an amalgam of some different looks. So it's not like a regular. It's not just like some any Spider-Man mask.
Yeah, I mean, so have these Spider-Sonas like? Yeah, I think it sounds like you have a Spider-Sona.
I think you're just ashamed of that you have a Spider-Sona, but you do.
You just don't want to call it
me,
that.
But it will be me when I put it on. But it's not Daniel Stubbs Spider-Man. It's just like what I like Spider-Man to look like. And then I want to wear that mask.
Is this like a cry for
help?
help?
Right, because
I don't understand. What's going on here?
Something with the Spider-Sona people. It's like I hate them, but it's like maybe I hate something in myself.
You hate them because you are one. I'm
not.
Okay,
There's something so critically different about them that I just hate.
Here's
to love
the thing.
them. Here, wait. Can I say my theory?
Yeah.
Go for it.
To love them, to say that you like it, would mean admitting something about yourself that is so deeply shameful.
Yeah.
That you can't bring yourself to even associate with the fandom of it because that would bring it out of you. You're a deeply closeted Spider-Sona haver. You're deeply closeted. I can't. You have to work on that. You need to talk to somebody. You need to talk to somebody. Let me tell you, it's not the mask maker. It's a professionally licensed mental health professional.
I gotta talk to Stan Lee. He's not around to help me out anymore. I gotta
pray to Stan.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my thought. Is like I just don't think your Uncle Ben has died yet.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not ready to wear the mask, honestly.
There you go. Like that's my thought. Are they Spider-Sona in this way that like their Uncle Ben has died?
I think. I don't know.
Like I don't know because that seems kind of like a core part of.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
They just do the fun part. They're like, I can swing on webs.
Yeah, I'm me and
I can swing.
Okay, then they're cosplaying.
Yeah.
Then it's no different than a Fursona, and they might as well be cosplaying. That's my thought.
I think it's like, to me, like Spider-Sona people, though, it's like, I don't know, it's like it's like, oh man, it's the whole point of the character of Spider-Man is that you're supposed to be able to relate to Peter Parker.
It's odd, because there's not really any other fandom that has a phenomenon like that.
Yeah.
Where people are imagining themselves as the character.
Yeah. My Little Pony, but it's like not the...
Those people are fucked.
They're fucked, but they're not... But the thing is... Oh, and maybe Sonic. But even then, those people are also fucked. But they're just imagining... I'm a person who knows Sonic.
What about...
And like, I'm a person who knows...
What about
those...
yeah, Chris Chan. I think Chris Chan likes both.
So I guess it's just like... yeah, they're just like fucked.
Yeah.
What about those those
people.
Batman people? Those Batman people, those Bat people.
No.
Wait, do people have Bat-Sonas?
What about those Bat people who have like real life Batman cars? Like, are they? I don't know. Are they super fans or do they think they're Batman at some point?
Probably just.
There are a couple who do think they're Batman. I've actually seen a couple.
See, I think any.
Oh wait, you know what else?
Yeah.
This is actually a big one. Harry Potter.
Yes.
They do they figure out what house they're in.
Yep.
They figure out what like wand they're supposed to get. They do all that shit. That's like a big persona. My Hogwarts Sona.
I saw a lady on Instagram. She made Instagram videos role playing as like, my Hogwarts Sona, but like in parts of the movies. So she's just like,
dude, like, this is my idea.
It's like a scene a lady saw.
Yeah.
And she's just like, oh yeah, this is what my character would do in this scene. Like, Snape, actually, you should fuck off, and then shit like that.
Dude, that's like exactly my idea for the new Harry Potter show.
Yeah.
is that it's just it's all the movies.
Yeah.
It's all the key scenes from the movies, but then they zoom out and they reveal that the new characters in the show was also there at that time, and he's just like, what the fuck? That'll be
That's
awesome.
Good. That's good.
They just reveal he was there the whole time.
I think that's cutting edge.
It's good stuff.
Tune into last week if you want to hear more about that, because we actually...
Did I talk about that on this thing?
We dove very deep. We dove very deep.
Okay, forget about that.
Got that.
Bring it back.
I thought that was in real life.
You did it.
Actually, that sort of reminds me of something else. I wanted to apologize, I guess,
Whoa, did you just
potentially
last
to
week?
Noah. No, because we were talking about something in real life that I
Yeah.
didn't mention on the podcast. So
What happened?
there's
What'd you do?
no,
I
this is
don't even
something
know
we
what
talked
you
about.
did.
This is something we talked about that I found out maybe I was wrong about afterwards.
Oh,
So there's a woman on Instagram who looks strikingly like Jim Carrey. You've probably seen her come up on your feed, maybe, viewers at home.
okay.
And I have this distinct memory of watching this video where she's like, alrighty then. And I was like, oh, she really does look like Jim Carrey. I wonder what else this lady is going on. And I click on her account and I scroll down like 3 videos and she's like, Israel deserves that land. But now I went to her page. And I remember her being like some crazy like Israel apologist and like a far right extremist. I went to her page today. I couldn't find any of that. I couldn't find any any right leaning politics. It's just her making comedy. So I told everyone at the fight night about that, and it might be straight slander.
Yeah.
So I just want to apologize for that.
Shout out to that lady, Jim Carrey.
Shout out
lady.
and this is
We're
what
sorry.
this is what else I was thinking.
Yeah.
This brought me onto an even far more interesting topic. If the Jim Carrey Instagram lady made an OnlyFans, do you think it would be successful, and would you subscribe?
Does she put on the mask?
That's what I mean. She would have so much. Like she could, if she did a Jim
There's an endless
Carrey.
range of content. There are actually. Now that you mentioned
That's
that,
what I mean.
Of it being Jim Carrey centric.
Because well, like she's one of these people who like looks like a celebrity, so they make their whole like social media
Yeah.
presence about that.
Yeah.
So it's like if she made an OnlyFans, this is like the whole thing is like, the initial appeal would be it's kind of freaky, because she looks just like Jim Carrey, but she's a lady, right? But then you start thinking about it more, and you're like, oh, she could do like a different cosplays of the characters. Ace Ventura, he
Yeah.
bends over and talks out of his butt. That's one of the bits he does in the movie.
Yeah.
The OnlyFans content creates
Hustlers
itself.
around this, honestly, it does. Yeah.
The mask, known hornball.
Yep.
He lives in.
Yep.
Okay, dude. What's the main?
Robotnik.
What's the setting of the mask?
Robotnik.
Robotnik is a. That would be that. That one you got to pay premium. That's behind the paywall. Robotnik got to be behind the paywall. But think about. Wait, fuck. What was I gonna say?
The possibilities.
Yeah, no, something else. One of the movies.
Yeah.
The mask is a known hornball.
Truman? Like, it'd be kind of weird if she did Truman.
That would be a weird one.
That'd be a little meta if you think about it.
So true.
She's like on OnlyFans. She's doing like requests and stuff, and she's Truman.
Yeah. Fuck, there was one I was thinking of. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, that was. I don't know. That would be interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Bruce Almighty.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good
He's
one.
just a regular. He's basically just a regular guy in that
That
one.
one's almost too OP. Because that could just anything. Like,
Yeah, I guess that's
You
true.
could just do any like Bruce Almighty, and that's actually too limitless.
That one's too wild.
That was too wild.
I think it's also crossing the edge of like ending up on Six Buzz or something where it's like woman does cosplay as God for OnlyFans
Oh, yeah.
and
Getting in trouble with like the religious.
what do you
fanatics.
think? What do you think?
What's your take?
And everyone in the comments is just like, oh my god,
Yeah.
there's too many immigrants in Canada, and they get really pissed off. Yeah.
Classic Six Buzz comment section.
Every Six Buzz. Shout out to the Canadians that know Six Buzz.
Honestly.
Uh,
Yeah.
Another
Six
thing.
Buzz
Speaking of
moment.
Toronto,
Unfollow.
related sort of related to my last story because it also involves misinformation. Our local Toronto residents will know the Z1035. You know the station Z1035. You're familiar with
Yeah,
that?
I'm sure I've tuned
Oh,
in
man.
briefly.
I guess no one listens to the radio, but like at work, they put the radio on. It's always so I'm always listening to it, right? And they cover the news and stuff. And half the time they're just like straight lying. Like they had this one story. They said that Travis Kelce, who's like a football player, and Patrick Mahomes, who's also a football player, Both had their houses broken into, but nothing was stolen. And now the FBI are investigating. And it's like, ooh, very interesting story. What's going on here? Why would they break in but not take anything? Like, what's going on? But then I looked it up because I wanted to talk about it here. And there was just a regular break-in. They just stole their money and they stole their bags and shit. So it's like not even an interesting story.
Yeah.
And then...
Can't even trust the radio anymore.
Yeah, like I thought the radio was a trusted source. And then they're telling me Benny Blanco is named Sexiest Man of the Year. That one I should have known isn't true, to be fair. But then I look it up and it's John Krasinski. And Benny Blanco is just like an honorable mention.
We're going to
John
Wikipedia for that one.
year.
Benny Blanco.
This year?
Yeah, John Krasinski is this year's Sexiest Man Alive, which is kind of weird because he's not very active.
Yeah, honestly. I think it goes with like Glenn Powell. He's big right now.
I don't even know who that
who's
is.
even telling the
Sexy
truth?
Little Glenn Powell.
Who's even telling the truth anymore? Like, this guy's not... Neither of these people are attractive.
Honestly.
Wait, wait, what about John Krasinski?
Oh, John Krasinski? Yeah.
From The Office.
He's handsome. He's handsome.
He's muscular now, too.
handsome. He's muscular, yes.
Yeah, there's younger, more good-looking men right now who are popular.
I guess.
What did John Krasinski do? Who's thinking about it?
Who do you think is the sexiest
Glenn Powell. He's Murray. If you don't remember, he's the one from he's Iceman in Top Gun Maverick. If you saw it.
man? Val Kilmer?
No.
The one who had to wear the scarf around his neck the whole time?
Wait a second. No, wait. He's not. What did they call him in that movie?
I swear, Iceman is the Val Kilmer who has cancer.
He's the like villain. He's the villain out of all the pilots. Like he's the Iceman type. I just forgot his name in the new movie. Anyways, not important.
Real.
I gotta look it up. It is important.
Glenn Powell, show him on screen. Prove me wrong. Show how sexy he is.
Glenn
His
Powell.
body, his chiseled butt.
Holy
I'm
moly!
thinking about it. Yeah, see, now I see his real reaction. Ooh.
What? That's your face to seeing his handsome body?
Glenn Powell's a handsome
Dude,
man.
if my tongue could roll out of my mouth, it would be.
For Glenn Powell?
Cartoonish levels of attraction.
He is cartoonish looking. Hangman. He is Hangman.
Hangman.
Top Gun Maverick. There you go.
Cool picture
Anyways,
of
we can move
Hangman,
on now.
Dan from the future.
I don't know who I would name.
We have to move on.
Benny Blanco would be far down on the list.
Benny Blanco
wouldn't even be on the list.
100.
Yeah, he wouldn't even be on the list.
Wouldn't be on the list.
I'd be on there.
I would put George Clooney before.
I feel like George Clooney's probably been done before.
Probably.
I feel like he's won. Like, he's a multiple award winner for Sexiest Man of the Year.
Yeah.
Is it against the rules to put someone multiple times?
Probably.
Brutal. What if they're just that hot?
What do you think?
What if they just got it going on? Something to consider.
I'd probably say like John Hamm.
I do like Bob
Like
Odenkirk.
Ooh, the come over.
Yeah, he's sexy, bro.
He's got it going on.
Saul?
He's got it going on.
I do him as Gene.
Yeah, the year he did Mystery Nobody.
Gene Dakovic.
Yeah, Gene Takovic, bro. Working at the Cinnabon. He was so sexy, I just wanted to jump his bones.
That was a good look.
I just wanted to jump his bones. That cute little mustache. Oh, man. When he fell down and hurt his head, I was like, I felt so bad. Pull up the scene of him falling down and hurting his head.
I actually like it. I'm happy.
Why would they do
Dan's a
that?
sick man.
I'm happy because I wanted.
Why would they
Powell
write
to
it like that?
I want him fucked up.
Why
fucked
would
up.
they write that? It's torture of my comfort character. I don't.
They're mean. Yeah, that's how I feel watching it. How do you think I feel? Spider-Man fan. You know what I mean? Every story. That's torture of my comfort character.
I guess that's true.
That's a callback to our
Bravo,
topic
Vince.
from the beginning. Thank you. I missed your callback, actually.
Oh, here's something.
Yep.
Now, this could be another bold-faced lie. This information does in fact come from Z1035. Z103 lies.
Known bold-faced liars. New segment, Z103 lies.
Z103 lies.
Yeah. Their
Broad.
official government.
Because it's like, this just sounds fucked. Apparently,
Yeah.
would be very easy to verify with one Google search.
Yep.
It's probably Israel. I don't know.
They didn't bother to.
Yeah.
We
Anyways,
did. We did.
apparently, there's a new show going to be hitting the airwaves come, I think, February of next year.
Okay.
It's called
Okay.
Deal or No Deal Island. A new variation on Deal or No Deal that's apparently a cross between Deal or No Deal and Survivor.
What the fuck?
And now,
Why?
Deal or No Deal is a game show that involves a person opening briefcases and trying to get the one that has the most money. Survivor is about surviving on a desert island for a month and doing physical challenges. What is the cross between the two? I don't understand.
It sounds like a recipe for disaster.
You're like, what?
It
What do you
like,
mean?
something horrible could happen to these people.
And when they were like, Deal or No Deal Island, it's a cross between game shows. I was expecting Deal or No Deal and Love Island. It's like a Deal or No Deal style dating show.
Yeah.
Like that would like.
That's a better idea.
That would make like some. I don't know what it would be.
You should get back to them.
I don't even know what that would be. But then when they said Survivor, I was like, that kind of island?
That's a nightmare.
What the? I don't even get it.
Yeah.
Like the whole thing with Deal or No Deal is that it happens in like one day, and you just open briefcases, and it's just like it's just done.
And it's a game of chance too. That's the thing. Like combining a game of chance and a game of survival.
A game of like probably the most strategic, like making alliances, thinking
and
ahead.
Physically demanding.
Yeah.
Like, you see the people from the beginning to the end, and they like lose weight.
They lose a bunch of weight. They like don't eat. Yeah, and they're like doing
eating
these.
only rice. Imagine I'm combining that with like the luck of opening briefcases.
They have to like.
But it's like, what is it even
how
have
he
to
made those
roll?
smug ass.
Is it going to be like you have to
to
complete a challenge just to get to the briefcase mini game? It's like
Yeah.
I don't get what it's going to be.
No.
It could be that. Maybe they need to like gamble for to get like resources. Then they pull a bad box and they get like 3 sticks or something.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And the other person pulls a better box and get like a
Sorry.
fire axe or.
You're gonna starve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then that Deal or No Deal has the aspect of like making deals
Yeah.
with the banker too. So I don't know. That could be something. I
They
don't know.
pray to like their deity of the sky and he brings them rain.
Yeah. The banker's
He's like,
replaced with
please,
the sun god.
it hasn't rained in a week. We need water. We need clean drinking water. Please, God forbid.
So yeah, keep your
No deal.
Keep your eyeballs peeled. No deal.
This is the best the dealer can do. No deal.
No deal.
You are fucked. You are going to starve. Yeah. The new Black Ops 6 update.
Oh yeah, new Black Ops 6 update. Black Ops 6 roundup. What do you think, Noah? The new season map review, gun review.
Noah's actually our Black Ops 6 expert.
He's our talking head / Black Ops 6 expert. And
Yes, indeed.
Panic
Yes, true, definitely. I have at least one more hour than these folks on Black Ops 6, and it does provide me a unique perspective towards this game. I don't prestige because I like my items and I like leveling them up.
the base level-headed player.
Yeah, the base COD player.
The only COD player who's actually happy.
Everything.
I've recently tortured myself. Yeah.
New update? It's all right. It's like they don't do a bug fix. They do a bug swap. So they give you they take away 5 bugs and they give you 5 new bugs.
And they take away your XP tokens.
Yeah, that too. That was strange. Okay, so that's a weird one. For those who don't know, what they did is they essentially said, hey, here's Warzone. It's now integrated with all your Black Ops 6 stuff. But, oh, hey, you get like all your tokens in this little menu, right?
Yeah, that have been
double
saving
XP
up for the past 4 years of Warzone.
There you go. Yeah. God forbid you haven't, used them. And they're like, hey, now you can use them in not just Warzone, but multiplayer and zombies and everything, right? The next day, they go back on it.
They're like, that was a glitch. Oh, shit. Oops.
It's like, whoops.
Oops.
But the weirder thing still is it's a glitch that was repaired by a glitch because now you can get those same tokens, activate them in the Warzone menu, go back to multiplayer zombies, and be fine.
Yeah, I know. So you have to do like a stupid workaround.
Yeah.
So what's the glitch?
I don't
What was
know.
broken? What?
Yeah, exactly. Well, and now I don't know if you knew about this, but they've doubled back. Because they gave everyone the tokens with the update, right? Then they took them away and said, "Oh, that was a glitch. You're only supposed to be able to get them in Warzone." It says literally they didn't even like give an announcement. They just released it and put in the patch notes, fixed glitch that allowed players to access tokens in multiplayer, right? So then everyone like trips and they're like, "Fuck, like this is anti-consumer. Fuck Treyarch. Like this sucks. We want our double XP." It's literally just measly double XP tokens. Let me fucking use them in multiplayer. And, like, you can still use them in the thing, so it's not like there's a problem with actually using them in multiplayer, like you were saying. Now Treyarch has released another statement, and they're like, look, we understand that people love their double XP tokens. The thing is, it created a stability issue when it was in multiplayer. things were no good. Well, things were no good. We had to take them out, okay? And then they're like, but hey, there is a workaround, guys. If you go to Warzone, you can activate them and you can still use them. As if like that's not a workaround that the community already figured out and something that they were like pissed off about probably. It's like it seems like so transparent.
It's so strange, and I know there is a bit of a disconnect between like your company's like Twitter page,
Right.
not using the real URL name, figure out on your own, Google it, and the actual intent of the company. But it's weird that they would just be like, hey, so here's the workaround for the issue that we've created.
Yeah.
You are the company.
Yeah, I know.
You are the ones who make the game. You
And then
can fix it.
And then as if it's like, as if they're like helping us by being like, hey, here's a workaround though, so you can still do it. And it's like, you're literally a minute ago you were trying to stop us from doing it, and then this is a workaround that we already found. It's like, what are you talking about?
It's like, don't worry about us. We figured it out.
Yeah.
We're good. You fix your shit.
Yeah, it's like they should have just said like, oh, sorry, man, here's your tokens back.
From a coding point of view, all I can think of it's an if statement, right? If token is activated, then by the end of it, your XP is doubled. How does that cause stability issues, and how can't you fix it?
No, and it's like this workaround that they've now officially endorsed. This workaround that the community found that they've now officially endorsed works fine. The tokens are still active and everything. So it's like there's no stability issues with activating the tokens. Apparently, the issue is with having the token box in the Black Ops menu. It's like, what? Doesn't it seem like more computationally heavy to split your token bank into multiplayer and Warzone rather than just having one token bank?
Yeah.
I think the mere fact that if you have to go to the Warzone menu, back to multiplayer, and that token is now working for both would cause more issues. I feel like
right?
lack of compatibility would cause more stability issues.
But apparently not.
Because then your game's like, where's this XP token coming from? What's it doing? Like, is it actually working? And then it crashes itself. I don't know.
Yeah. And you want to know something? Now, this is something really sneaky. This may be, call me a loon, a conspiracy theorist loon, okay? But let's say at the end of the month, they're like, holy fuck, our Warzone numbers are up. More people are logging into Warzone than ever before. Banner month for Warzone. Downloads are up. Logins are up. It's like everyone's just going in there to activate their tokens and go back to multiplayer, bro. I think they're padding their Warzone numbers so that they can go, we're the best battle royale. Look at all these fucking monthly active users shooting way up. Banger season of Black Ops. Warzone popping off. Dude, people are just using the tokens.
That's genuinely actually a crazy theory because it actually...
I'm just saying.
It legitimately is resulting in them having more people downloading Warzone.
They're like, holy shit, Warzone numbers pumping up. Dude, it's a pump and dump.
Yeah.
I didn't even think of that, Dan, where it's like, if people don't have Warzone installed, can they even go get their tokens?
No, I saw a YouTuber talking about how he installed Warzone just to do the token workaround.
Yeah.
So you got to install another 70 gigs just to get your tokens.
Dude, fucking tokens.
So did I.
Oh my god.
And you have to delete the competition's games off your hard drive to install Warzone just to use your tokens. Activision's like, sorry guys. Oh fuck. You can't play the competition's game because you have to install multiplayer and Warzone just to use your tokens? Sorry guys. It's a stability issue.
That is so funny.
Fuck Treyarch, dude.
It's like they've never made a video game.
That's caught in
It's
years
almost
though.
like it's
No, but literally it's like, oh dude, our tokens don't work. It's like, what?
Yeah.
that's not our problem.
It's a scheme.
You go and fix it.
It's a scheme, bro. They're pumping up Warzone numbers. I know it.
All right, let's see what the ads look like in the next 2 months.
Yeah.
We'll get back to you, folks. We'll get back to you if Maria's
Keep this in mind.
Couple episodes down
Yes.
the line.
Do not forget.
I bet they're gonna put out a statement, a new Activision statement to like the shareholders. Best month for Warzone in years. Black Ops 6 Warzone integration was a huge success. Meanwhile, everyone hates Treyarch more than ever. Shareholders and old men who invest in the company, numbers higher than ever.
People who don't play video games
Yeah.
at all.
Out of touch boomers.
That is funny.
If you made one of those shareholders like play Black Ops 6, their brain would melt, I think.
Dude, I tried to get my dad on Call of Duty one time, and he was like, "What? You have to move both sticks at the same time?" He like couldn't he couldn't understand like walking with one and like looking around with the other one.
I mean, when I
know.
started playing FPS, it was the same issue. It's like riding a bike, right?
Yeah.
And then,
Well, last
can't
console he
teach my
touched was
dog new tricks.
N64.
Damn.
So they just got the one stick. He's like,
yeah,
holy,
they had the little.
this is too much. And he couldn't even handle that, so.
Yeah. That's,
It's almost like you see like we have keyboards and mouses and stuff, right? It'd be interesting if they had like the WASD on a joystick and then everything else was just the keyboard.
Well, that's like what a D-pad is, right? Wait. You're saying put a
Okay.
joystick on a keyboard?
On a keyboard for movement, but then your mouse is like aiming and everything, and you still have all the other keys.
They don't let you do that in Black Ops. They like ban you from that. It's like an
That
illegal
sucks.
control scheme to have one hand on the controller and one hand on the mouse. I think that's illegal.
Well, worth a shot. Worth a shot.
But no, that is like a thing. And in Melee, that's a thing where you have like they have a controller mounted on one side for the stick for the movement, and then they have like a keypad on the other side to have digital inputs. It's like a custom
I like that.
Melee setup.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cheater controller, but it's okay.
The technology.
It
Call
lets
me
you
a
do
fraud,
things
Adam.
better than a GameCube controller. Okay, let's get into this
True.
for a minute.
Yeah.
What do you guys think about this?
Oh.
Oh.
Box legality. This is the
Box
hottest topic in Melee.
reality, okay.
I just want to ask you
Please
guys from it.
explain.
Well, this is good because you guys are total outsiders, so you can give it an unbiased opinion.
Very true.
Yes, please.
So essentially, Melee forever up until a few years ago has been played on GameCube controllers, which aren't the most precise tools in the world. They break a lot. They have problems straight out of the box. It's something of a lottery when you buy a controller just to be able to get a good one. Now there are software mods to Melee that make it less of a lottery, that normalize the controller playing field. So it's not too bad. It's pretty good. Now, there are these new box-style controllers, which are essentially like arcade fight sticks, except they're all buttons. And so it lets you do everything in Melee that you would normally do with a teeny joystick with buttons. So you have perfect precision. You have absolute digital inputs. So it makes things like wave shining, multi-shining, short hop nair, all kinds of advanced techniques much easier and gives you like way more precision. But they're just allowed.
Crazy.
And it's like and the thing is, the argument for it is that I have arthritis. My hands are broken. I can't play with a GameCube controller. It hurts to play with a GameCube controller. This is far more ergonomic. This is what scientists
Draft
say you
dodgers.
should play. Yeah, right? It's like, look, dude, if you
Yeah.
can't hold the racket, you can't play tennis. If you can't swing
Yeah.
the fucking racket, we're not going to give you a rocket-powered racket to go play in like the Wimbledon
Very good.
Open.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't know.
The rocket powered racket argument actually is a good argument.
Yeah, it's like I understand inclusion and like, you know, I want people who are like disabled or not able to play with a GameCube controller
Yeah.
to enjoy Melee because it's a beautiful game. But where does inclusion
Yeah.
and the spirit of competition? Where do you find the balance?
It's
And-
not Mario Party.
Right.
You can't go to handicap and put 3 stars.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? You can't calculate this. The level of advancement is very hazy.
Mhm.
And yeah.
So it's hard to say. It's hard to.
Yeah.
It's a very complicated thing. And at this point, it's not really like a huge issue because it's not like box people showed up and started like winning tournaments at the top level.
Yeah.
But like there is still a learning curve to the controller, so they're
Yeah.
getting better and better. And at lower levels, it's like a huge advantage.
Mhm.
Just because it's not invading the top level and it's not as visible, doesn't mean it's not a problem.
Yeah.
It's an interesting topic.
Really, to me, I think it should be its own league.
It's just its own category,
Yeah.
like box
Right.
only.
Yeah.
I kind of like that. That's what I think. That does make sense to me as well. Yeah.
And then it would just be its whole own. You call it
I
box
guess.
melee or whatever.
I guess, and then they
Yeah.
wouldn't have to do because right now the box has like certain nerfs on it to simulate a GameCube controller, so that it's like it's trying to even the playing field.
Yeah.
But it's not quite there.
How crazy could melee get? Honestly, it'd be at the point of like, how
Oh
fast
well,
could
we already
you-
know because of tasks like tool assisted
yeah.
where they go frame by frame.
Right.
Melee can be played way faster than any human could ever press buttons.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Ooh.
Imagine how good could the box get at reading the input? Like how limitless could you make the connection of like a person's input
Well,
to it?
this is the guy the guy who has Neuralink and can play games with Neuralink.
Yeah.
He aims with like looking. He doesn't aim.
That is insane.
He doesn't.
Yeah.
Sorry, he doesn't have any peripherals at all. He plays the entire game with thinking.
Yeah.
He looks and shoots and he shoots and everything with just his mind. He's paralyzed. He's paralyzed from the neck down,
Right.
and he plays competitive like shooters. Like he plays Call of Duty and he says it's unreal. He says that it's broken, that he's cheating because he has like better aim than everyone else because he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to do the communication of his mind into his thumb. He just has to do it, the mind aspect, and then Neuralink does the rest directly into the game.
Yeah,
it's a real thing. There's an actual guy out there playing like this, and hitting triple kills and shit. We're probably playing against him on Babylon.
It feels like that. A lot of games. Holy fuck!
Imagine you get the Neuralink and you're still camping. It's like, bro, you're paralyzed. At least run around in the game.
Yeah.
Holy trying to grind camos.
Yeah. You get the Neuralink dude just sitting on fucking face-off grinding camo.
That is so fucking funny.
Here's my thought.
Yeah.
I think it's less tennis and more Formula One. Formula One is a sport that's very involved in research and development. So every year, every second, they're always trying to find like the next best technology. And then a lot of times that actually bleeds down into the vehicles we drive. The thing is that if the regulations, the FIA, the body that regulates a lot of racing and specifically Formula One, I believe, says, hey, this little change you made on your car is busted, they will go into the regulations and they will say you can put nothing in that area, you can't build anything, that's it. There's nothing. Oh. So if Ferrari, for example, were to discover that, hey, this little piece of wing here on this part of the body provides like, milliseconds of better race time, which makes a difference in Formula One.
Right.
The FIA will say, hey, okay, if they think it's too powerful, they ban it. They outright ban it, and the next year the team cannot do that. So, Dan is right in the sense that yes, there needs to be different leagues if both are to exist in the same world, and if people really are pissed off about the box, they can go play in the GameCube controller league, right? Like, go play in tournaments that are sanctioned just for that.
Right.
Otherwise, there needs to be regulations. So they need to, like you said, Murray, they need to put regulations on the latency of the box, right?
Yeah, there are things like that.
There you go. And there need to be supported, like controllers that are specifically listed in tournaments saying, hey, you can do this. So it has to be all or nothing. Yeah. And I think in that sense too, if it ends up going more all or nothing, or all rather than nothing, then people just have to switch to the box.
Yeah. That's it. Well, the thing is, like ultimately that is what it would be, is to be able to nerf the box. But then really the other thing is that you have to buff the GameCube controller on a software level. This is what a guy named Hacks Money. But you're right. Like the idea, the main thing would be to even the playing field. Everyone just talks about banning the box, but really it should be about evening the playing field.
Yeah.
Well, then my thought is that even when you just mentioned the box, eventually I did think of those like arcade boxes, right?
Right.
But I'm just thinking of it as like a black box, and like these, regardless of what's on the inside, this all it does is it has buttons, and you press them and it does whatever you need to do in Melee, right? It can, and my thought is that box can be in any form. It can be in the form of a GameCube controller. It could be like an N64 controller. It could be more like your standard Xbox controller, right?
Right.
So, sorry, it's $100 on eBay. Go buy things used. And yeah, so it's regardless of its format, it needs to be regulated on the internals, right? And like I said, if you want to go to real world comparison, look at Formula One. They're very good at doing that.
Well, there is even a whole other wrinkle, which is that now, in this day and age, this is brand new, there are new custom GameCube controllers where it's fully custom printed PCBs that are just shaped to fit into a shell of a GameCube controller, and they have a bunch of advancements. This
is my thought of the black box then,
Right.
So that makes sense.
That it's kind of wild because those controllers are like really expensive, and box controllers are like really expensive. People are saying Melee is becoming pay to win. We should try to fix it on a software level first. It's a complicated
not more or less
issue.
Pay to win than any computer peripheral you have.
I guess that's true.
I see the baseball argument where it's preserve the art.
Yeah, right.
How do we compare, Babe Ruth to a person nowadays? People nowadays use the best bat we can make with titanium and fiberglass.
Right.
We stick to the classic.
That's a good point. But it's like
use wood.
But it's like, should we still use? Do we still use wood?
We still use wood.
Yeah. So they just use wood.
Yeah.
So they don't use titanium and stuff.
They do not. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the baseball argument.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
We should keep it comparable.
The
to
spirit of the game.
Exactly.
Well,
Same
'cause it's like-
spirit of the game, so that we could refer to the old heads and
Yeah.
compare directly.
Because it's like, let's be honest here, we're sitting here playing a children's party game
Yeah.
that's as old as me.
Yeah.
We ought to preserve it, but at the same time, we ought to push it to its limits.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say.
Yes.
Categorizing and titling.
I
I'm
feel
a
like
huge
yes.
advocate.
yeah,
Yeah.
I feel like banning isn't the way though. That's like what everyone wants to do is like ban the box,
Nah.
and it's like
No, because
yeah,
the ultimate goal of your community is not to discourage people from playing.
yeah,
'Cause
right.
That,
Yeah.
like, you do not want to be like, hey, we don't want you here, right? Unless they're actively, I mean cheating as in like exploits, right?
Right.
Like, finding actual glitches and using modded things that,
Yeah,
do illegal things.
hmm
Yeah. If it's fun, it shouldn't go away.
yeah, right. And it lets
Yeah.
more people play.
Yeah. Honestly.
A league
that's
of its own, I would say. And,
Yeah.
and I think
Well,
I think the mainly
I just don't think that
from
would
the
work.
sounds of it, yeah, it's difficult because these, they're already running on what I would presume is a less than ideal budget and amount of support,
Right.
where they have to set up these tournaments with, not as much support as, other esports and
That is true. It's
sports
very,
in general.
very grassroots.
Yeah. But on the same point, I think it has a strong enough community for, as Dan said, the old heads, the people who like the original controller, to which I think there would end up being a league where, they don't allow any sort of modded controller. They want to play
Right.
like, the OG, pull out the GameCube, right? That kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Well, that's the thing is that not even the old heads want to do that now because they want to have UCF, which is Universal Controller Fix, which is a software mod for Melee that's standard at all tournaments. So it's like we're
Really?
already modding Melee, but people, it's such a strange thing because
Yeah, so why
Like-
are people upset?
the only two, yeah, I know, the two like arguments are people who are like, box is overpowered, ban it, and then there are the people that are like, box isn't overpowered, I just want to play the game, and it's like really, we both have to admit. Yes, box is overpowered, but there are ways to even the playing field. We can nerf the box and we can buff the game controller on a software level in the game. Like we're already doing with UCF. But people are like, we
Yeah.
don't want to do other stuff because then we're modding Melee. We're changing the game. We're already doing that.
Yeah.
It's like, what is with these arbitrary lines? The Melee community is so annoying sometimes. This is like half the reason I got off Twitter. The Melee community sucks. Ugh. But I don't know. Box is
like
annoying
it-
at the same time.
Yeah.
It's a hard thing to say. They can pivot up
And
to
like I
like
said,
nothing. They can
Yeah.
turn around up tilt. I can't even do that on a GameCube controller. I've been playing for years.
That's how.
Like I said in my last
up
part
two
of my
buttons.
argument, it's like I would now like to introduce the Cars 3 argument. Where,
Cars 3?
Cars 3, right? If you're old, you got to get new. That's it. If you're
That's a good
behind,
point.
you
Is that what
gotta
that one's about?
Catch up. Well, I mean, like by the end of the movie, it ends up being spoilers. It ends up not really being like that. It's more like make room for new blood. But
Oh.
I do think there's some truth in adapting to the times. It's an old game that's being played on new hardware. Like it's the possibility to the possibilities are endless. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't we all just get along?
yeah,
Can't we just let's put the phones down, put the Twitter down. Let's just play it. Let's just be friends.
why don't we just all shut up?
Why don't we just all shut the fuck up and get off Twitter? Just get off Twitter. That's the main thing. That's my closing message for the pod. Get off Twitter.
Yeah,
Put down the
Get up-
guns.
yes.
honestly.
And don't go on Instagram threads. It's worse.
I refuse. Every time I see when I'm on Instagram and I see an interesting thread, because their fucking algorithm is unreal, where they
It is
know exactly what to show me that I'm really interested in, and they somehow know where to cut it off and put the ... that it doesn't show the relevant information.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
the
100%.
tweets it'll show me, or the fucking threads it'll show me, are all different lengths. So it's not a character limit. The ... is at different points that cuts off the relevant, the important information. They know what's important and they're cutting it off so that I have to download the app to do it. I refuse to do it. Every time I see a thread I'm interested in, straight up open Twitter and just look at it. Because I know everyone who's posting things on threads is posting it on Twitter as well, cross-posting on Twitter.
Yes.
So I just find it on Twitter, I say, fuck threads. I'm not downloading it.
Okay, yes, mini topic before we end the pod. Threads, Instagram threads
Yeah.
is a robotic cesspool in my opinion. It's
Have you been on Twitter recently?
Okay, no, but hear me out.
I'm listening.
Yeah. is they're taking old, like blown up posts from Twitter and reposting them on Threads, word for word,
Bro.
literally word for word, as if it's
Content?
brand new.
The internet has become so stupid where everyone just wants clicks so bad. Like, it used to be, even on Twitter, which always kind of sucked, you would see a tweet and then you'd click on it and you could be like, oh, I wonder what people think about this. And there would be people talking about it. There would be a discourse underneath. Now, because engagement gets you money on Twitter because of like fucking Elon Musk, you just go to any tweet and underneath it is just like more garbage. It's just like other people trying to show you like shit. It's like all social junk food. It's like brain rot, just straight brain rot. It's like porn, beheading. Fucking some kid getting beaten up by his mom after throwing up. Motherfucking a naked lady showing her asshole. It's like, I'm not supposed to see all these things back to back to back to back. My brain doesn't, it's firing off all the different parts. They're not supposed to fire off that's close after one another. Like, bro, delete
Threads
Twitter.
doesn't have that problem.
Twitter's
doesn't have
the
that problem,
worst.
which is
Twitter
good.
is actually cesspool.
Elon
Twitter's
Musk
pretty bad.
buys Twitter and he goes, okay, no more regulation.
Yeah.
Absolutely no moderation. You can post whatever you want. And also, you'll get paid if people click on your shit. Farm engagement.
Go crazy.
Go crazy.
see
Just
what
farm
happens. I don't
engagement.
know.
Just
Do you
fucking
remember-
brain rot the whole world.
Do you remember when he first introduced the Twitter Blue, like his pay to
Yeah,
thing?
that was so
Pay
stupid.
to win, I guess.
Yeah.
But it was so
Pay to look
funny
stupid.
Yeah.
Blue check marks beside official accounts.
Yeah.
So they could just name themselves like Elon Musk and have a blue
Yeah.
check
Yeah.
mark. And
No, that was
nobody
the-
that
was the
so
really
good.
stupid, actually. Because it was like, the blue checkmark used to really mean something.
Yeah.
I actually forgot about that. Now it's like, because it's been so long where it doesn't even fucking matter. I forgot that the blue checkmark used to really mean something.
It used to
You'd be like, oh, it's really them.
Yeah. It's that person.
It's really them?
It's Ellen DeGeneres with a check mark.
Remember when that happened and it affected the stock market?
Yeah.
Someone pretended to be Boeing and then paid for Twitter Blue and was like,
Yes.
"Oh, we're not gonna fly the planes. We crashed all the planes." And then and then they fucking sold. Everyone was like, "Oh fuck," and they like sold all their Boeing stock. I think it was some company.
Oh, I forgot what it was. I don't think it was Boeing. But
probably
it
wasn't.
It may
It
as
was-
well have been Boeing.
It was literally something like that where they did some company and it was like as stupid as like, "We crashed all the planes." Like, you know what it was? It was like some meat company and they're like, "We're going vegan. Go vegan, guys." And it was like Pepperidge Farms or some shit.
Fuck, the freezer's turned on.
It was something like that.
The meat stinks.
Yeah.
Fuck, it's bad. You can't eat any of it.
Threads though.
Threads, yeah.
Threads.
Threads. What it is, it's that, but also I can't tell what it is. It's either the biggest mentally like lacking people on the internet, all swarming to this platform. They're incredibly stupid, or they just don't know how to like portray tone in like online messages. Like they're not like I don't care about tone indicators or whatever. Don't put a little thing at the end, but like they don't know how to write sarcasm. So they're putting like they're trying to make posts seem like ironic or sarcastic, but they just seem they just seem like completely stupid. And it's like, you sound stupid right now. You don't sound funny.
Dude. Yeah, social media is really like a nightmare. It's actually like a collection of all the world's stupidest people somehow.
Honestly, yeah.
And yet here we are.
Well,
by God,
let's call it, I guess.
it's damn near my bedtime.
Yeah, thank you for joining us on Monday Mornings with Murray. Let's sign up for now. We'll end it. We'll play a little outro.
We hope you have a lovely day.
Real.
Real.
Until next time, friends.
Until
next time. Thank you for having me,
Until
folks.
next time,
Thank you.
friends.
Thank you for being here, Noah.
Noah, you're a esteemed guest.
You are very steamy and esteemed.
The GOAT.
Blessed. I feel blessed. I feel blessed.
He's calling in from Siberia.
Yeah, it's true. It's currently 6 a.m. here.
Oh.
He's putting in a lot of effort to make this call happen.
Coldest of winters as well. You wouldn't believe.
We honestly really appreciate his efforts. It means a lot to us.
He's the number one GOAT.
He is the GOAT, honestly, and he's an expert in his fields. So that's why we appreciate him being here, only because he's an expert and his insights are valuable. Otherwise, we wouldn't have him. But don't you worry, folks. He is an educator.
I'm a huge piece of shit.
Real?
Yeah. Leave me out of this. Otherwise, don't let me touch anything.
If he wasn't an expert, we would not have him here. It's honestly a task getting this work. But
Real.